See guys, the punctuality what I have, the discipline what I have, and I expect the same. If I tell anything, should be very prompt. If I commit anything, I'm very prompt person. This is not only one day. I think we are more than 1 month, right? Tell me one day I am late. Tell me. The exigency it can be, but 99% of the time, tell me my punctuality. Is it perfect or not, guys? Tell me yes or no.
Yes.
So that is what is the expectation. You have to be very punctual and like me. This mock interview and all is mandatory. Interview question session. This is also mandatory. These things, if you don't attend, guys, it is very difficult. CVs and all, I'll send you. So let us learn, guys, at least the quality center today. Okay. Then we can start next topic. Okay. At least the quality center. Quality center. Who is the vendor for this? Do you know? HP. Yes or no, guys?
HP.
What is now it is called as? It is called as ALM.
ALM.
What is the full form of ALM?
Application Life Cycle Management.
Excellent. Fine, guys. What is this quality center? What is QC? Can anyone tell me? It is a test management tool which manages
all the releases,
entire testing activity. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Entire testing activities means what? As soon as we get the requirement, we'll understand, review the requirement, write the test scenario, test cases will take. Then after test cases, we prepare a document called as what? RTM.
RTM.
Then we do what? Test execution. Yes or no, guys?
Execution. Yes.
And defect logging and tracking. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes or no, guys? This is yes. This is the final thing we do as a test engineer. So everything will be done in QC. So now QC has 4 modules basically. What are the modules? Do you know? There is something called as requirement. There is something called as
release plan, requirement,
test plan. There is something called as test lab.
Hello.
Yeah. There's something called as defect. In the requirement section, requirements would be written by the developers, written by the business analyst. Test plan, manual test plan is different, guys, and here the test plan in quality center is different. In quality center, the test plan, what we'll do is we will write the test cases. Test lab, what we'll do, guys, in test lab?
Upload the same test cases for the execution.
Execute the test cases. Defect section
will log the defect
and track the defect. Here only in test plan only people prepare the RTM document. See guys, any test management tool or you take any bug tracking tool, defect logging process is same. You take Zira, you take Bugzilla, you take Mantis, you take Bugnet. All these are what, guys? Bug tracking tool. Everywhere the logging and the tracking of defect is the same only, same way. So if you learn any one test management tool or any one bug tracking tool, you can learn everything. So now this is fine, guys. Now requirement would be written by the business analyst. Now requirement is of 2 types. What are the 2 types of requirement? There is something called as parent requirement and also called as what, guys? Child requirement. Parent requirement, suppose the login page. Now this is what, guys, are parent requirement. The child requirement is what? It is having what? Username. It is having what? Password. It is having what? OK button. It is having what? Cancel button. This is called as child requirement. Test plan will write the test cases. Okay. Test lab will execute the test cases. That is called as what, guys? Test execution. Defect session will log the defects. Let us come here. Let us see. I don't have the software, but I have the complete pictorial diagram and which I will be showing you. Let me just show that. Give me just 1 second. So these are the three people, okay, who are sitting. This is also named as Mercury Quality Center. Okay. Now Mercury Quality Center. What is Mercury Quality Center? So this is a QC, is a web-based application server being IIS or JBoss and all. That means how we will use the QC, guys, is we'll get the URL, we'll give the username, password, and we will log in into the application. Next is guide. Let us start this is a very huge document. We'll not go like that. We'll just directly come to the requirement module. Let me just show you. Yes. So this is our quality center. Okay, fine, guys. Yes. What happened? Oh my God. Yes, guys. Yeah. So this is the quality center. You will give the username, password, and click on OK button. You will log in into this page. This is requirement. This is test plan. This is test lab. This is defect section. Am I clear? In the requirement section, who will write the requirement? Can you tell me, guys? Who will write it? Business analyst. This is called as plus button. New requirement. This is the parent requirement. This is a sub requirement. This is the child requirement. I told you parent requirement. Click on new requirement. Click on new requirement. Okay. And then what will happen? You'll give the requirement name. Suppose login page, or suppose Helix. This is for testing Helix application. Or I can write login page, and I can give the definite description to test the login page. Click on submit button. Requirement will be created. Next, how to create child requirement. So what we'll do, click on this child requirement. This is child requirement just next to the main requirement. So now what we'll do, click on child requirement. I'll the name, just suppose username. Description you given, username should accept valid 6 characters, and click on submit button. Child requirement will be created. Now after that, guys, we'll go to the test plan module. Now test plan module will have the test cases. First you will click on this new folder. Suppose functional test cases, you will write here what functional test cases, integration test cases, system test cases for a particular project. Suppose Helix is a particular project, underscore functional test case. This is a folder name you will give. Next, create new test. Now I'm going to create a test case. So I'll click on this create new test. Then what I will do, enter the test type. This is what manual. You have to give the test case name. I told you the test case name, cheetah underscore. Suppose I want to do release name is ICICI and project name and module name. I showed you the test case name. Give the test case name here. Then what you have to do, click on OK button. Now what will happen? This test case will be created in this folder. The test case is created. There are 3 sections here, guys, mainly detail and design steps. In the detail section, we write the header and footer of the test case. In the design step, which is the actual test case, you have to click on this new step. And what will happen, guys? When you click on this new step, one pop-up will open like this. Here, the step number will get generated automatically. Here, we'll give the description of the test case. Suppose validate the structure between source and target. Expected result, the structure between source and target should match. Here we can give the entire description. Query for the source, DESC source table name, target. Do you remember DESC target table name? Click on OK button. This is the actual test case which is created. Fine, guys. This is suppose for it is a manual testing. Then open this URL. Expected result. Helix page should open. Click on OK. This is how the test case is prepared. You can keep on increasing the test steps. These are called as what, guys? Test steps. You can create as many as test steps you want. This is called as test case. The actual test case is in design step. Design steps. Now, after this, how to create the RTM document? How to create the RTM document? Click on requirement coverage. Click on select requirement. All the requirements will be shown here. You will just select that particular requirement and click on left arrow. So this test case is related to this requirement. That is nothing but your RTM document.
RTM.
First, you will click on which button? Requirement coverage. Then you will click on which button? Select requirement. Then what will happen? All the requirements will be shown here on the right hand side. Select the requirement and click on left arrow button. That means this requirement is linked to this particular test case. That's all. Just click on the select requirement. Next, what will happen? All the requirements are shown. Select the requirement from the list. Okay. and then you have to click on which button, guys? Button. This left arrow button. This name is the requirement is selected and add the coverage link is clicked. Click on this. Now this is this requirement is moved here. This is helix swap. That means requirement is linked with the test case. And then, guys, what will happen is once the requirement is linked to the test case, then what we'll do? We'll execute the test case in which module, guys? Test lab module. Yes or no, guys? Yes. In the test lab module, click on new folder. Next is what, guys? Give the folder name, any folder name. Suppose you given a folder name, some for some product, some particular project. Suppose ICICI ETL version 1.00. Then what you will do? You will click on this new. You will click on this for you have created a folder name, and then what you will do? You'll click on this new test set. You'll click on this new test set. This is very important. Click on new test set. Give the test set for test set name and click on OK. As soon as you give the test set name and click on OK, what will happen, guys, is that this particular page will come. This is called as execution grid page. And now here only we will execute. How to execute? We have to import the test cases from the test plan. So how to import? So first click on this select test, and then what will happen, guys? This all these test cases will be shown here. Select the test case, click on left arrow button. So what we'll do? We select the test case, click on this left arrow button, and then what will happen? This particular test case will be moved here. This is called instance of the test case because we are copying the test case from the test plan module to test lab module. Now what will happen? We'll run this test case, click on the run button, and then what will happen? Click on the begin button and enter the values. So how to execute? Click on run button, then click on begin run button, and then you have to give what, guys? You have to give the actual result. Suppose helix page should open. Actual result is helix page is opened. Make this status as pass and click on this end run button. That is how we run the test case. Make the status as pass and click on this end run button. So all are made passed. And now how to raise a defect? Very easy. First of all, in the defect section, you can go and click on create new defect. You can go there, and then what will happen, guys, is these things are not required. Let me just go to the defect section. Just give me some 1 second, guys. Let me just go to the defect section. Yes. So go to the defect section, guys. How to raise a new defect? Go to the defect section, click on new defect, enter the fields like severity, priority, attachment, and all. This is called logging of a defect. You clicked on new defect, given the summary, login functionality is not working. You given the severity, priority, and everything. Login functionality is not getting clicked, hence not able to move to the next page. Click on submit button. You can give the severity, priority, assign it to the particular developer, and what will happen? One defect ID will be generated. That is how is the defect logged in the quality center. This is quality center PPT already attached. You can just see and you can work in your application. I told you test plan to write the test case and RTM document, test lab to execute the test case, defect to log the defect. And anywhere you want to, suppose someone will tell you how to log the defect in Jira. What you will tell? How to log the defect in Jira. What is the answer, guys? Can you just tell me? Click on what? Click
Defect.
on create defect. Enter the attributes. Which are the attributes? Like what, guys? Severity, then priority, attachment, and all those things. Okay. Severity,
Description, expected and output.
yeah, all these things. And then what you will do? Click on which button, guys? Submit button. What will happen? One defect ID will get generated. How? Automatically. That is the thing in any bug tracking tool. Be in any test management tool, defect ID gets automatically generated. We don't create the defect ID. This is the sections in the quality center, guys, and go through this PPT also and the recording and create a transformation, filter transformation. We'll meet tomorrow, guys, with the new topic called as what? What is the plan for tomorrow? Where is the plan? Yeah. I think we have created this. Where is the plan? I created somewhere plan. Yeah. We'll start with the title. Then we'll move to the Unix. cloud-based ETL testing and project. We'll see today or tomorrow. We'll try to complete all these things, and then manual. And once I complete this after these 5 topics, by this Friday I will try to complete. Then we'll have the CV preparation one day, and interview questions as one day, and then one day we'll have the mock interview. So by next week we will be finishing the syllabus. This is how we'll proceed. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Thank you, guys. Any doubts, Rakesh? You were having some doubts, no? Can you just